going on, guys? I have a really fun video for you today. Today we are playing with Magnezone EX, but we're playing with it in the expanded format. Yes, you heard it here first. We're playing expanded on PTCG Live. If you guys do end up liking the video today, drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me a lot here on the channel, and I still have so much content coming your guys' way now that Scarlet and Violet is finally here. Let's get into it. But before we get into the deck list, I do want to take a brief moment to talk about the current state of the expanded format, because there are a lot of new players who might not know about the expanded format or the changes to the expanded format since PTCG Live is being marketed as an entirely new game. And there are a lot of changes from PTCG-O to PTCG Live that a lot of players might not know about. So I encourage you guys to stick around if you want to hear about these changes or have a better understanding of the expanded format, especially if you're newer to the game. Of course, I have everything timestamped in the description below, so if you just want to skip ahead to the deck list or the games, you are always, of course, more than welcome to do that. But like I said, I encourage you to stick around if you'd like to know about this information. Let's get into it. So the expanded format typically spans the card pool of the current era all the way back to the black and white era, which came out in what, 2010, 2011? So it is an enormous card pool. But on PTCG Live, only half those cards are coded into the game. You can actually only play up to Sun and Moon base set. So current era to Sun and Moon base set. So we're missing entire blocks, entire eras of cards like the X and Y block, as well as the black and white block, which completely changed the state of the game. Now, I really hope these cards do get added into PTCG Live in the near future, because we're missing some crazy good cards, like Versus Seeker, for example, an item card that allows you to just get a supporter back from your discard pile. We're also missing other powerful item cards like Computer Search and Dowsing Machine, A-Spec, some of the best cards in the expanded format. We're also missing crazy good comeback cards like N, one of the best supporter cards that has ever been printed. Now, we are getting a spiritual successor to this card in the next set, but there's no card that really duplicates what N does. So we're missing these really powerful cards from these other generations that have seen play in practically every expanded deck up until the current time now, where PTCG Live doesn't support some of these cards. We're also missing cards like Battle Compressor, which enables some strategies like Mad Party, for example. Battle Compressor dumps cards into the discard pile, which Mad Party wants to do so that these Mad Party attackers can do more damage. But without Battle Compressor, this deck is bad. There's no other way to put it. It's nowhere near as powerful, and it's borderline unplayable. So, because we don't have these cards, some strategies are just gone to the wind, which is really unfortunate. Now, some might be singing praises that some other really broken cards like Double Dragon are gone. Double Dragon is a double rainbow for any dragon Pokemon, which is crazy powerful, and it borderline broke some decks. At the same time, it made some other dragon Pokemon that weren't as powerful actually playable. So it's definitely a double-edged sword. There are a lot of broken cards gone that some might be happy about, but there are also a lot of powerful cards that really change the state of the game and make it feel different than standard format that are currently missing from the card pool. So hopefully these cards get put into PTCG Live sooner or later. But for the time being, there are still a lot of ridiculously good cards in the Sun and Moon block to the current era that actually make some decks stronger. So that's why I wanted to take Magnezone EX into the expanded format, because there's still some crazy lightning support in the Sun and Moon era. Let's get into the deck list. Alright, let's get into the deck list. Magnezone EX is a 330 HP demon. It is so massive. It has the energy crush attack, which is 50 for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. While this attack can be powerful, if your opponent doesn't play into it, it's not as consistent. That's why we have a consistent attack like Pulse Launcher, which does 220 at the cost of doing 30 damage to itself, but it can be used for the low cost of only 2 lightning energy. Now, the main reason reason Magnezone is not as powerful in Standard is it doesn't have ways to boost its damage like Miraidon. Miraidon EX has the same damage output, but its damage output can be boosted by the likes of Regieleki VMAX, which boosts the damage of only basic Pokemon. So, of course, we're playing Miraidon in the deck because it's just ridiculously powerful lightning support. Search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning Pokemon and put them directly onto your bench. That means 1 Miraidon essentially equals 2 Magnemites, which gives us really easy setup. So Miraidon is just a must-have in any lightning deck. So, how do we increase Magnezone's damage? I'm glad you didn't ask. We are going to be playing Electropowers in the expanded format. During your turn when you play this card, your lightning Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage and it stacks. So you can play 2 Electropowers doing an extra 60 damage, which means your Magnezone can do bigger numbers, like upwards of 280, which hits those magic numbers for the likes of Tag Team GX as well as V-Stars and other Pokemon. So Electropower is the name of the game for Magnezone. We also have other great lightning support and expanded like Tapu Koko Prism Star. This has the Dance of the Ancients ability. It says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you can choose 2 of your bench Pokemon and then attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to each of them. If you do, this Pokemon goes into the Lost Zone. So this is a great way to recycle our lightning energy and get extra lightning energy in play and on board. Now, what I love about EX Pokemon is the fact that they can evolve into other versions of themselves. Magnemite can not only evolve into this Magnezone, but also this Magnezone. We see this in the current Standard format, where Gardevoir EX is also, evolves not into Gardevoir EX, but also the Shining Arcana Gardevoir, and they have a lot of natural synergy, which is where this Magnezone comes into play. It's very similar. Magnetic Circuit says as often as you'd like during your turn, you can accelerate a lightning energy from your hand onto one of your Pokemon as often as you'd like during your turn. You can blow the field up with energy, which makes this more of a really powerful lightning toolbox deck. So Magnezone can power up energy onto your Magnezone EX, it can power up even your Miraidon EX, and it can even power up the likes of Raichu V. You put a whole bunch of energy in play, and then use Dynamic Spark. Discard any amount of lightning energy from your Pokemon, and it does 60 for each energy discarded in this way. And all of these Pokemon can also take great advantage of Electropowers, of course, because they're all lightning Pokemon. So it's just a really solid, really powerful deck. EX has really changed the name of the game for some decks. I'm also playing Zeraora-GX because it gives any Pokemon with lightning energy free retreat, which is so good. So you don't need to play anything like air balloons or float stones. Actually, you can't play float stones. But you don't need to play any really mobility cards like switches or anything like that, because you just put a lightning energy on the Pokemon and bam, free retreat. We're also playing typical support Pokemon and expanded. 1 Dedenne, 1 Lele, as well as 1 Crobat. For those of you who don't know, Dedenne is discard your hand and draw 6 when you put it from your hand to your bench, and Tapu Lele-GX is effectively Lumineon V. So I'm playing those cards as our support Pokemon. Moving on in the trainers, we've already seen Electropower. I am playing Energy Retrieval because we do play a decent amount of cards that discard our lightning energy. Now, Superior Energy Retrieval is not currently legal in the Standard format. We don't have it. We'll have it next set, but for the time being, this is what I'm substituting in. I'm also playing a Field Blower because it allows us to discard tools in stadiums, as well as Max Potion. This allows us to full heal one of our Pokemon at the cost of discarding energy. So we can full heal our Magnezone EX with a Max Potion, and then re-accelerate the energy with our other Magnezone. So really cool strategy there. I'm also playing 4 Quick Ball for Ultra Ball just for max consistency, Rare Candies as an easy way to evolve our Magnemites directly into our different Magnezones, as well as a Rescue Stretcher as my recovery of choice for my Pokemon. Now, Thunder Mountain is of course another amazing lightning support card in the expanded format. This says the attacks of our lightning Pokemon cost 1 lightning less. Yes, guys, that means our Pulse Launcher up here can be used for 1 energy. Miraidon can use its attack for 2 energy. It is really powerful. Of course, you can only play 1 copy of it, because Prism Star cards are like Radiant Pokemon. You can only have 1 copy of any given Prism Star in your deck. So, if it gets bumped, You know, it typically sometimes only lasts a turn or two, but typically that's all you need to get the max use out of Thunder Mountain to really have some crazy pop-off turns. I'm playing a lot of standard supporters, 3 research, 1 Marnie as my substitute for N, 2 Guzma, which is effectively like a boss's orders, and 1 Cynthia, which is a shuffle draw 6, and Arven. Arven allows me to get a lot of crazy combos like Rare Candy and Forest Seal Stone, so I can use Rare Candy and then use Forest Seal Stone to grab myself my Magnezone EX, and bam, I've got full combo right there off the Arven. Heck, I can use it to grab Electropower Forest Seal Stone, and then Forest Seal Stone grabs me Electropower, and then bam, I've got double Electropower off the Arven. So I am a really big fan of Arven in this list, and then of course 11 Lightning to round out the deck list. If you guys want to experiment with this deck list yourself, I'll have it down in the description below. You can just copy it, import it right into your PTCGL account, and you are set for success. Let's get into some games. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I'm a huge fan of Expanded. Back on PTCGO, I played more Expanded than I did actually Standard, which is crazy. I know that's a hot take. Not as many people enjoy Expanded, but I really enjoy Expanded. I know there's a really small group of people that really enjoy it. Ooh, I am gonna go first. And one of those people being myself. I really pride myself on fun, unique, content, as well as I do meta stuff, of course, often. But, ooh, yeah, this hand is, we're in there. We're set already. But I really like bringing you guys these fun, different videos. The Zeraora is super good. I have Quick Ball, which already has me my Magnemite, which is, or my Miraidon, which can get me more Magnemites, which is ridiculous. My hand is a little dead outside of that, but I always have Searching Magnet, which is interesting. We're playing against, there's a Rapidash V in the active, another Guzma. Sure game. All right, well, I'm gonna get, I like Max Potion, because if my opponent drops my HP low with the Rapidash, I can just full heal it. I'm inclined to actually get rid of a Guzma here, because I want to show off the Max Potion combo. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I could Dedenne or Crobat, which would probably be the better play here, but how many Quick Balls, Ultra Balls? I have so many, how many more? I got 2 there, 3 there. I have so many good cards in my deck. I'm going to play a little dangerously here, and I'm going to only bench the Miraidon. I know that's crazy, but I'm doing it, all right? And I'm going to grab 2 Magnemites out of my deck. I like that, because I'm going to assume that the active Pokemon will most likely be going down. I am going to attach onto my Magnemite, I think, and then I'm just going to pass to my opponent. I didn't want to Dedenne because I don't want to get rid of my only 2 Guzmas, considering Versus Seeker no longer exists, so I've got no way to get them back. I don't have Dowsing Machine, so I can't get back Electro Powers, but we'll see what happens here. It looks like we're probably playing against a Shadow Rider variant. So Shadow Rider is, of course, really powerful and Expanded, because you have you got amazing psychic support like Mysterious Treasures and other great cards like that. Heavy Ball, okay, it looks like my opponent is really going in this turn. They whiffed the Heavy Ball, which is nice. I kind of hope they don't have an attack this turn. Looks like they are going to be swinging. I wonder what they're going to snipe. Are they just going to snipe my Magnemite? Okay, Fog Crystal could get them Lele. They only grab a Shadow Rider, so not a Tapu Lele, which is really, really nice, because that way they can't get a supporter card. So here comes the Side Laser. They're going to be sniping my Magnemite, which is unfortunate. They do take themselves a prize card at the cost of discarding their own energy, though. So let's see what we get off the top. I'm really hoping we get something. Lightning Energy is not something that I want to see here. I could try and stick this Shadow Rider, but I think this being in the active is actually fine. I can use my tandem unit to thin my deck out again. I don't know what I want to get here. I guess I could always get Koko. Koko is definitely not a bad card to get here, although I don't have enough lightning in my discard pile to utilize it right now. I think I'll still hold it for the time being. That way I can go like this and Search Magnet, which allows me to put lightning into my hand. So I'll grab a few here. I'll grab a few lightnings. We'll definitely do this. Now, against Shadow Rider, because they build up a lot of energy typically, we can actually make use of the Energy Crush, the first attack, off our Magnezone EX. Dang, our opponent gets a Bird Keeper? That is really, really unfortunate that they're able to keep moving grooving. Trading Court, of course, doesn't feel like an expanded card because it just rotated out of Standard, so it still feels like a Standard card to me, but You know, it is now officially an expanded card, which is wild. And same with Birdkeeper, actually. But Underworld Door coming in, accelerating energy. I mean, like I said, if they blow up their field with energy, we can really go nuts. Oh my goodness. They're going to drop one of our Pokemon's HP. Yay. We do have a Max Potion, so maybe if they... Which is exactly what I mentioned earlier, holding on to the Max Potion, because it can actually come in clutch here. I'm going to probably most likely use this Max Potion. We get a Marnie. Okay, so we actually get to play the game, guys. I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to accelerate one energy to the active. I definitely want to go... I want to go all in this turn. We'll Max Potion here, get rid of that, and then I'm going to just Marnie. I know my opponent didn't have anything crazy, but we kind of need to play the game, so I am going to Marnie. We get Rare Candy Magnezone Yo Chill game. We get Rare Candy Magnezone, which is guaranteed attack, which means we take 2 prize cards this turn. I can actually make use of Koko this turn. Here's the strat, guys. We're going to Training Court and get an energy back, okay? Now, I'm going to Ultra Ball away both of these lightning energies, right? And then we're going to grab our Magnezone EX. Okay, we have the Magnezone. Then, I'm going to Rare Candy up the active Magnezone into my Magnezone EX. Then, but wait, there's more, guys. I can now make use of my Tapu Koko. I can Quick Ball away Tapu Lele now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dance of the Ancients. And I'm going to get the 2 energy that I just discarded. No, I actually don't want that there, but that's okay. I'll put the 2 energy there, which opens up a bench space for myself. Now I'm going to continue to draw some cards and see some extra cards this turn with Crobat. Now I get to fill my hand to 6, and we are officially popping off. Dark Asset Filler hand to 6. Let's go. Oh my gosh, we have 4 Seal Stone for our Rare Candy Magnezone again. Yo, we're kind of going off, guys. I also have Rescue Stretcher so I can get my Tapu Lele and put it right back into my hand next turn. Oh my goodness, I'm going nuts. Do I just grab the second Rare Candy Magnezone right now? I feel like I really want to, honestly. Because I can go like this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my other Magnezone into play while I have the chance. Because I don't want this to get field blown. Field blown? I don't want someone to use Field Blower. Oh no, I grabbed the wrong card! No, I meant to grab that. Oh, gosh, guys. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, my gosh. I'm so bad at this game. I meant to grab the Rare Candy. That's okay. Not punished. We are still going to go Pulse Launcher, 2 energy, and take 2 prize cards. Now, our opponent doesn't have a lot of Shadow Riders set up. So they aren't going to be accelerating a lot of energy. We get another Electropower. This is nuts. We are so in there, guys. Gosh, look at all this. Like, it's just so broken. And if I don't ever have Max Potions, my Zeraora gives me free retreat. I can just run away to, like, a Miraidon, which is nuts. All right, well, I did misplay, but I got too excited. I got too excited about the play, and I grabbed the wrong card. Guys, are you seeing my discard pile trip out right now? Yo, rewind like a few seconds. It was switching, but it was like Quick Ball, Rare Candy, Quick Ball, Rare Candy. Anyways, I'm making sure I'm not crazy. I'll have to look in the recording, see if that actually happened. But yeah, so lots of really good support for this deck. I mean, like I said, Lightning has so many crazy cards. One more I need 2 Electropowers actually next turn, and I can one-shot. Cape of Toughness does not work on him, because Cape of Toughness only applies to basic Pokemon. Once again, why does it say Air Balloon on there? Is that not a cape? I'm confused. It says attach tools 1 air balloon. Is this game bugging out, guys? Ooh, they do have 2 energy on an Articuno. This is actually getting a little scary. They're building up a lot of energy. But if they do that, I just one-shot them with Energy Crush. Is that an air balloon? I'm confused, guys. This game is wigging out right now. How much are we doing? We're doing 250. So 2 Electropowers. I need 3 Electropowers and I'm there. Right? So I for sure Arven here. Arven will grab me a tool card and my Electropower, and oh my gosh, we've done it. I guess, yeah, we don't have any more tools. We'll just grab the Electropower. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. Yeah. Wow, this is actually kind of nuts. Then I'm gonna attach my energy here. I guess I could always attach it to Miraidon and use Miraidon to attack next. I guess we could also always just use our, we can get rid of Magnezone and Magnezone, right? And we can always rescue Stretcher them back. We'll go like this, and then I will search my deck. I have Dedenne in the deck. I've also got Raichu. Raichu can be a great finisher in this deck. I kind of like Raichu since I have a decent amount of lightning in play right now. I'm gonna... well, I don't want to bench it if I'm gonna Lele. Let's think about things, Michael. Let's actually use our brain here. I'm getting too excited and just shutting my brain off. I'm going to attach there, and then we do 250. Does it say how much damage we do now? 280, it does. Oh my gosh, that's really crazy. We could go triple Electropower, and then Energy Crush for the one-hit KO on the Shadow Rider VMAX. Yo! I'm telling you guys, Lightning is still so good in Expanded. I know that's right. Get out of my game, bro. Oh my gosh, that's so nuts. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Alright, let's see if we can get another game in here with this deck, man. I'm having a ton of fun playing this. Like I said, I know it sounded like I was ragging on Expanded at the beginning, but I still think that it's still really, really fun to play, even though it's in its beta. Like I said, I'm hoping the rest of the cards in the card pool will come out sooner or later. We're going to go first. Let's absolutely pop off again. We just need to get a Miraidon. That's what I love about this. Miraidon just enables the entire setup. And there we are. We have a Miraidon. This is like the same hand we had last time almost. Okay, our opponent's finishing setting up. All right, knock yourself out, buddy. Nothing will save you from my lightning Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. We can always Ultra Ball here. We have another Guzma. So I'd probably say we get rid of Lightning. Okay, my opponent flips the Guru. What do we top deck? An Electropower. Let's go. I guess I get rid of Guzma? I kind of want to save the Lightning energy. Because the Lightning I can always attach active and potentially swing next turn. Although I'm going to probably be using Ultra Ball next turn. Right? I always have my other Magnezone, which can blow up energy into play. So I'm not too concerned. Because I can, like I said, I can definitely catch up in energy attachments. So we grab Miraidon, and then Miraidon will tandem unit and grab 2 Lightning. I think I just grabbed Double Magnemite here. Because my active might go down. So we'll go like this, and then I'm just going to pass to my opponent. I have Ultra Ball next turn, so I can always Dedenne change. We saw the Dedenne was already in the deck, so I can discard my hand, draw a fresh 6. Although I do have 2 rare candies in my hand. So that's not super ideal. We do see an Oranguru in my opponent's active. We might be playing against Zacian. I would assume a Zacian-based deck. Oranguru, once again, doesn't feel like an expanded card quite yet because it just rotated out of standard, April 14th? So it still feels like a standard card to me, considering it's been in the standard format since the very beginning of the Sword and Shield block. So we've got the gear as well. Marnie, yes, Marnie me. My hand was not that great from the get-go, although it does get rid of both of my rare candies. At the same time, I mean, I prefer not to Ultra Ball away one of my 3 rare candies, you know? So there's a Primate Wisdom, so my opponent is stacking a card on top of their deck so that when they Marnie, they draw into that card that they want. So definitely a really solid card. Saw a lot of play during its life cycle in the standard format, and has seen a lot of play since its release in the expanded format in decks like Colossal VMAX and other strategies as well. So we'll have to see if my opponent can handle the scandal. Okay, Quick Ball. I wonder if they're going to Marnie me still, if they have another supporter in their hand that they're going to choose to use instead. They're probably going to grab a Zacian here so they can go for an Intrepid Sword, which would be kind of scary because Zacian can do a lot of damage really quickly. So they're Quick Balling away Quick Ball to grab a basic Pokemon. Alright, stud. Show me what you got. Look at this little farm stud muffin. I wonder what my opponent... Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what they're playing. I'm only assuming, of course, up until this point. I could be very wrong and they're playing something different, but we do finally see the Zacian come down. Zacian, of course, is new to the... I mean, it's not new to the expanded format. It is officially an expanded card. Once again, much like Oranguru has been around since Sword and Shield base set and just rotated. My opponent is probably going to end their turn with the Marnie into Intrepid Sword. Intrepid Sword is so powerful, one of the best abilities in the game, allowing you to draw cards and accelerate energy, which I know, I'm a broken record, guys, but you hear me say it all the time. Drawing cards and accelerating energy, best thing in the Pokemon trading card game. So, and Zacian does both of those things. Really, really strong card. Just ending on an Intrepid Sword. Deciding not to use Marnie. Very interesting. We top deck another Electropower? That is so bad for us. I don't want to get rid of 2 rare candies. I feel like I'm forced to Crobat here. 100%. I'm going to play the Crobat. And now I hope I draw into one of my Magnezones so I can make use of this. I don't. Wow. This is really brutal here, guys. I am whiffing horrendously hard. I have the Lele so I can continue to dig in the deck, but just like that, every rare candy I have is gone. I guess I'm gonna Marnie. I have to go for a Marnie. I guess I can always attach active and put 3 lightning in my... I guess that shuffles my deck. So we'll do this, then I'm gonna bench the Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele's Wonder Tag will get me a supporter card. I need my Marnie. I could also Cynthia. Let's shuffle draw 6. Although, because I kind of might want these rare candies back in my hand. So, we'll do a Cynthia instead of a Marnie here. So, bam, Cynthia. Still not drawing incredibly hot, but I do have a Magneton. Magneton's really solid. Arven gets me Force Seal Stone. I guess we just go for a Magnet Search. We'll do this, and I'm going to check and see if my Force Seal Stone is in the deck. It is in the deck, so Arven is actually... Oh, I didn't grab enough energy. That's okay. Never punished, right? Oh, Lord. So, Arven can grab me my Magnezone. But I kind of need 2 Magnezones this next turn. We'll see what we top deck as well. A top deck can definitely change the name of the game. Coating Metal. Now, my opponent does need a Metal Saucer and Metal Energy in the discard pile if they're going to be getting an attack off this turn. So, we'll just have to see. Getting the Magneton there was nice because it forces me to not need a rare candy this next turn. Yeah, because now I can rare candy 1-up and just evolve the other one, Magnezone EX, and then the baby Magnezone. Keep in mind, Miraidon is also a very relevant attacker in this deck. We are down double Electropower, though, which really stinks. Alright, there comes the Doof, the Doofinators. There's a better Bidoof to be playing. The Carefree Countenance Bidoof is definitely the way to go. Alright, Primate Wisdom stacking a card on the top of their deck. And just another Intrepid Sword. Alright, looks like we're not quite punished just yet. So we can evolve the active and actually start swinging really quickly. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to be the name of the game. Does hit energy. Of course, I'm sure he or she probably stacked that with the Primate Wisdom. I can Quick Ball away this right here since I don't need it. I can grab the Dedenne because Dedenne is definitely going to help us here in coming turns. I will Arven. Arven will grab me Rare Candy Force Seal Stone. Bam. Let's go. So now we go here. And then I use Star Alchemy off the Force Seal Stone to grab myself my Magnezone EX. Let's go. We're popping, guys. Then I Rare Candy up into the active. I attach my energy for turn. I can always Quick Ball away this Magnemite to thin a Pokemon out of my deck, because I don't exactly need to be drawing into my Raichus as of right now. And then I can just go for an Energy Crush and take the knockout. I don't have to do the extra 30 damage to myself right now. And here's where Magnezone EX is ridiculous, because it's 330 hit points. There is literally no way, no world in which my opponent can knock this 2-prize Pokemon out right now. The fact that 2-prize Pokemon are this enormous is just crazy, because I swing back next turn 220 and return KO him. And like, I can start accelerating energy from my hand onto my next Magneton. So, which is good. Yeah, Brave Blade, that's all she wrote for my opponent. And we can continue moving and grooving for us, guys. Ultra Ball is amazing. Ooh, Ultra Ball is really good, because that can get us our other Magnezone. I kind of like that. At the same time, I kind of would just like to prepare my next Magnezone at this point, right? Because I'm definitely going to want to swing with Magnezone again next turn. We'll hold the hand for the time being, and I'm just going to go for a Pulse Launcher 220 and take the knockout. And I'm still swinging. My opponent still has not taken down this Magnezone EX. Now, I know my opponent is probably not playing the most impressive deck you've ever seen, but at the same time, I'm still able to showcase the functionality of the deck. The deck is doing what it needs to do, and it's doing it fairly easily. There's a Meowth. Meowth evolves into, ooh, my opponent's real down bad. They're not accelerating energy onto a Zacian, so it looks like we are just going to absolutely take this game away from my opponent here. At this point, we're too far ahead. I can always Max Potion, keep that in mind, guys. I can always Max Potion my active Magnezone, which is ridiculous. Full heal it, and just, gosh, I'm loving it, guys. I'm having so much fun playing this deck. Yeah, it's really powerful, it's really consistent, and there's so much great lightning support. Not only do we have Electropowers and Thunder Mountain and Koko, but now we have Miraidon, which just makes lightning Pokemon even stronger, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Alright, Rod, shuffling Pokemon back into the deck. This still feels like a standard deck, because this is a standard deck from less than a month ago, which is wild. Yeah, I think we're just set for success here. Even if my opponent does take 2 prize cards, they still have to get through another Magnezone and potentially a Miraidon or a Raichu or anything like that. I am blown away right now by how well this deck is doing. Alright, there's a Quick Ball. So they had a Quick Ball to grab themselves a Zacian or a Zamazenta. I'm surprised they chose not to attach energy to that. Beats me. Expanded format, like I said, is not played a whole bunch right now, which is a little unfortunate because it's kind of fallen off since a lot of the cards aren't fully playable. So not as many people are playing it. So you don't see as many like tried and true expanded decks, you know? So there's the Intrepid Sword accelerating energy onto themselves. It looks like they hit energy. Bam. Okay, drawing some cards and ending their turn. We've got this game just purely locked up, guys. I'm going to attach my next energy there. I'm not even going to research. I am just going to Energy Crush, take the knockout on this active Bidoof, and then when my opponent does come in and attack me with the Zacian, I can just return KO my opponent with my next Magnezone EX. Let's go. The writing is on the wall, Farm Stud. Scoop your cards. I admire his drive to keep going and at least to take a knockout during this game. Alright, Steely Spirit does increase the damage, but my opponent needed to actually promote something else, so that way they could attach and Metal Saucer to the Zacian and then retreat after that. So there's a switch, okay. That had a sound effect, which is crazy because sound effects are off. And a research, okay. My opponent might still actually be able to pull off the attack. If they get Metal Saucer and an attach. Did they already attach there for turn? I think they did. No, that was the... Yeah, so there's the attach for turn. They need Metal Saucer and another switch if they're going to get an attack off. Guru, okay. Oh, I should have researched and looked for my other Guzma, right? Oh, the pass to me. Okay. I don't want to BM, but I want to do this so bad, guys. I want to do this so bad. I'm going to Max Potion the active. Okay? Then I'm going to Ultra Ball. I'll get rid of these because it doesn't matter. I know that's in the deck. I've got my rare candies in there too, man. Research. Give me rare candy, Magnezone 2 energy. Oh my gosh, I got it! Let's go! Oh my gosh! This deck is wild. Oh my goodness. That's nuts. There's no way I just ripped that. And then we can just magnetic circuit, but my opponent has 3 energy in play, so I can always put out Thunder Mountain as well. Cause yeah, I do enough as is, but I could also use Pulse Launcher for 1 energy right now. This is absurd. We'll put out the Thunder Mountain even though we don't need it. Oh my gosh. Just to show you guys I could have done that. I cannot believe I hit the nuts on that. That's crazy. This is what I'm talking about. All these fun, silly Magnezone strats, like the dual Magnezone here, works ridiculously well. The Max Potion Energy Retrieval combo is so good. I'm absolutely here for it. I feel bad. I feel like I'm BMing my opponent, but I'm not. I'm just showing off the deck. My opponent is going to gust around this and probably take 2 prizes on the likes of like my Miraidon or one of my bench support Pokemon, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Oh, they're going to just go for the zone. The Magnezone does not matter because I already have my Lightning Energy in play. All I needed was that 1 turn to actually make my Magnezones pop off. Wow. Well, we'll just re-promote this. Yeah, wow. We got another E-Retrieval. It does not matter. That is game. We are going to Pulse Launcher and take the knockout on my opponent's Zacian V. Let's go! I'm really glad I was able to showcase the combos that this deck can actually perform. Wow. Yo, if you've made it this far into the video, you're absolutely friggin' top tier. Thank you so much for watching. Now, I know we haven't had the most competitive games in Expanded today, not the most like super meta decks for the Expanded format, but I was really able to showcase exactly what this deck can do. The powerful combos you can put out, the amount of damage you can output with Electropowers and Magnezone, in addition to all the crazy fun Max Potion combos with the dual Magnezone combo. So I'm really excited to be able to showcase how strong this deck actually can be and all the other fun cards that you can play with it in the Expanded format. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.